Traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. Guys, red day today. Red day. We ended up not following our game plan from yesterday, which was to be careful on the dips, size down, maybe even avoid them. Today we saw an opportunity for a dip trade and we went in and we ended up being in a little high and we were a little slow to get out. So PRQR, we took $1,000 loss today. The flush is always the enemy, right? When we bring up the analogies and we talk about what trading is and what we're really trying to avoid when it comes to risk and risk management. The number one thing that throws risk out of the window is, when a stock drops more than you expect, right? And so, let's just throw an example out there. You're in, you got a 5 cent stop, but the stock drops 30 cents. There's 25 cents extra that you didn't really account for losing. Similar thing is going to happen today. PRQR, let's look at the live stream actually today. Let's pull up the live. Let's pull up today's live stream. I do have level 2, but we don't really need level 2 to see what happened today. So let's get the volume. First things first. And let's pull this over here. Let's make sure we're on single screen. Okay, we are. Yeah, so PRQR starts off, we got a low of 79 on the current candle. We had a bit of a pivot at 84. We rip over the level nicely. We get a high of 93, right? So everything is looking pretty decent. And so I'm watching here for a pullback entry. So initially I attempted a scalp. I'm like, okay, it needs, let's give it time to kind of come down. It starts to come down here. I'm in initially at 78. And this is for me a 1 minute pullback, right? I'm watching at the pullback entry. So I'm in at 78. We do get 80, 83, 82, well, 81, 82. We pop up a little bit. But I'm looking here for, a base out and then a retest of the highs. Or can we get the 1 minute candle to potentially make a new high, which would be at 89. So 89, about a 10-cent target right here on this particular trade. So you can see we came up to like 82, 83, up $100 unrealized. And right now I'm just waiting. So 76. Right here, the spreads kind of opened up a little bit. And I was aiming for 76 for an ad right here. 77, so we're going to come down. I'm like, okay, 77, 77. Well, okay, maybe I can't remember, but I guess we could look at the level 2. It's hard to tell if 76 is already showing on the bids or not. But anyhow, looking at the price point here, we had 77, 78. So I'm watching at it down here. I'm like, okay, it doesn't look bad. And so, boom, here we go. This is the first sign. This is where I could have potentially sold the trade immediately, instantly. All right. Well, at 72, 73. Right here was the first opportunity to potentially sell, be out for $200, $300 loss, which is not that bad. Now, in my head, what I was thinking is, okay, it's breaking down a little bit, but I'm looking to see if we can get that bit of a bottoming wick in. And, I've been thinking more and more about trading on the screen up above and if I want to continue to do it, because when I'm looking up, I'm looking only at this right here, right? I'm not looking at the 5-minute candlestick at all, in which case we did have a bit of a topping wick. And if we don't curl immediately right here, the candle's looking pretty weak, right? So the spreads do open up. So watch at the price point right here. You see jumps to 76. There's like a spread in here at about 3 cents, let's say. So I'm kind of just watching. Okay, yeah, I'm in with size, but you can see I'm down just, in at 77. We're currently 74 on the market price. Right here, the trade, I probably should have sold, like I said. But I wasn't really worried about this trade being a big loss. At this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, at worst case, if it doesn't hold, I'll stop out 70 and we lose 7 cents, right? So look at this drop here now, right? So I'm literally about to try and exit the trade 71, 72. I'm like, okay, it doesn't seem like it's holding. And well, what can you do, right? Should I have been out sooner? We can say yes. But under normal circumstances, if I'm selling this position here at 70, let's say 71, there's 72, 72, 71. I'm gonna put out the order right here. It's like, if you can see the price is actually already at 60. You can see my unrealized P&L is literally already down $1,000. But if it's a normal pullback and the stock is just failing normally, I'd be out of this at 70, 69, maybe 68. And we do take about an 8-cent loss, which would be about 350, 400 bucks. Okay, still sizable because we could have came out earlier at 74 as mentioned. But I definitely did not think I'd be selling this at 58. Right? So here I am and boom. Instantly. So not good. Not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. One of the things that got me into holding this trade a little longer here was the spread. We can look at it on the level 2 as well. But there was a spread in there initially once it came below 77. And, I wasn't quick to get out because I'm like, okay, so watch the drop right here to 72, 74, 75. It was a little bit of a range. Right here I'm down 1 cent in the trade. But, hindsight is 2020, and this is where we definitely took the loss. So no good. Watching for the 1 minute candle to make the new high, and the risk went out the window. The next trade came on the same stock. So we got a good trade for break of and we didn't get in this particular trade with a lot of size. We're in 2500. We sold 1,000 fairly early. We're in at 75, 2500. We sold 1,000 around 83, and then we're gonna sell the rest as it continues to go higher right here. I am gonna add back, so I'm down to 1,000 shares. I am gonna add back. So right here I'm basically watching, hey, can the 5 minute candle make the new high? And I'm gonna add back a little higher at 85, 88 maybe. Let's skip. So let's go. Yeah, 88. I added right here, and right now I'm watching for the push over 90. There it is. So I'm taking something off the table again here, and now watching for the bigger push, and we're gonna sell right up there, 96, 97. So a pretty decent trade there. We made back 400 bucks. Right here, we attempted the break and hold of the whole dollar. Can we get above the whole dollar and hold above the level? Doesn't quite happen. And our next trade is going to come on the next pullback, right? So I'm in, we're going to have to skip ahead a little bit here, right here. So I'm in at 88 and 89 and 92. And I'm watching here. So this is a similar entry like the first entry, right? We pulled back, and I'm watching for the move back over 3 for the test of the highs at 310. Now, a lot of times I'll be selling early. You guys saw in this last trade, I'm in at 75. I'm selling at 84, 83. Could I have held the entire 2,500 shares up to 390? The answer is yes. But I'm selling a little early just in case, hey, it rejects or we have a false breakout or something. I'm at least taking something off the table. So right here, I'm in at 90. We get to a high of 97, 98. I put out my first order to sell right here at 98. And it doesn't quite come down. So, I'm like, okay, that's the noises here. It doesn't quite come down. Well, not come down, but go up. It doesn't quite go up. Oh my God, just recap. I'm still gonna post this. I don't really care. We got a high of 97, 98. This is where I'm gonna look to like unwind the trade as the volume is coming in over the whole dollar, and we never quite got back to 98. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it time to see if it wants to just consolidate and then make the new high. But it seemed like it was having a hard time. Why did I not sell the entire position right here? Because we're 1 minute into the new 5 minute candle. Look at the time, 51. We're 1 minute into the new 5 minute candle. It's okay to see a red candle here, but we need to hold this here 92, 93, literally right here, and then get that retest of $3. If not, I'm selling the position because we could be failing, right? We could be failing, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. So I'm going to just come out of this trade with just 2 cents of gains, which is going to equate to like $100, right there at 94. We're going to exit all, as it looked like it was coming back down. I was thinking maybe I want to re-average, but then again, it's like, okay, it's not quite looking the best. So it was struggling here. We needed to see volume on this candle to get the break over 3. So, if this trade is to work out, and it was a pretty valid trade. We did have a loss, actually, before this. Let's go back to that trade. So initially it broke down below 3. I'm in at 99. I think I could have handled this trade here better. This trade I needed to sell flat, I think. This particular trade I should have sold flat and then gotten back in. Instead I had added at 95. And we didn't really quite hold up, so I had to take a loss here. Right? I took a loss on this trade. Let's fast forward. Yeah, I took a $200 loss selling it at like 93, 92. So we could have been out of this flat. I think I should have came out flat right here and then gotten back in lower. Right? And I guess it's what we ultimately did, but I think I could have gotten break even versus having to take that $200 loss. And so if this trade here does work out, we're in nicely at 290. If we get this pushed, because this is the first real 5-minute pullback. If this pullback holds up and we get to our high of like 305 and then 310, we'd probably been flat. But as we saw, it didn't quite get up there, and we sold slightly break even. And this is what we kind of have to aim for. Once there is a separation and we start to come back down, we got to aim for break even in the trade. So we got to let the stocks bottom out and then try and get long and use that as a benchmark. That way we're not really trying to predict the low, because that's where we're getting chopped out on a lot of the entries. All right. So yeah, that was all today was. When you're using bigger size, you got to be careful. You got to be accurate. And if you get caught in a couple of flushes, that'll definitely do it to you. But right now, the game plan for tomorrow is to reduce size. We're going to go into a bit of a trader rehab, because I started the month up 3K, and then I was flat and then now I'm flat on the month. So I'm going to go into a bit of a trader rehab, smaller size, just make some adjustments there towards those lows as I'm mentioning. Hey, I'm going to avoid some of the trades. Some of them I'm going to look to get long, but I'm going to be being more careful, trying not to buy the bottom, and just waiting for the bottom to actually be priced in, and then taking the trade, right? So yeah, PR, QR, that's how we got caught in this one. $1,000 loss. We made back like 400, and then we gave back 200 of that. And unfortunately, on the last trade, we didn't really see any follow through Could I have sold the entire position here? The answer is yes, but I would consider this, like, that order that I put out, I was getting ready to start. I would consider this as selling early, right? Because I think there's a good chance if the volume is coming into the stock that we see the move over 310. So this is me, hey, okay, 98, I'm going to sell $3, I'm going to sell 302, 304, 308. And maybe just have 1,000 shares left as we're getting closer to 310. And just in case we double top, I can still sell maybe 07, 05. If we get a move over 10, I have 1,000 shares that I can keep selling, 15, 18, 20, and so forth. But yeah, we just have to make some simple adjustments. The adjustments that we need to make is pretty simple. It's not rocket science. But I have to be disciplined is the key. I have to be disciplined towards the adjustments, because today we kind of came in and attacked the highs, well, not the highs, the lows aggressively, versus, hey, ease off, wait for that bottom, use smaller size. We didn't quite really follow through with that plan today. So tomorrow we got to be careful and just be disciplined towards the adjustments, and we'll see much better results. But yeah, that's the recap, guys. We did have YGMZ. I'm bad with these names. I'm terrible with these names. But anyhow, yeah, this stock does push up, and yeah, the spreads were kind of crazy, so we didn't really trade it. ISO was another one that was all right, but I don't know. I feel like that one was a little bit weird. Like you really needed to be patient. It was like looking good and then not at the same time, you know. But yeah, that was the day, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Let me show you guys what we're looking like on the month. By the way, we're down six something. We're down like 600. We did make back a little bit of money on one of the other ones. We're down 667. So we made back some money off our lows. Let me show you guys what the month is looking like. This is absolutely ridiculous here. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. In the first 5 days, 2,800. We pulled back. This is Friday of last week. Friday of last week, we're back at the highs. We overcome this drawdown that we had of 1,200, and now we're having a drawdown of about 2,500. So this is where we have to draw the line in the sand right here, right now. We don't want this to go down here, and we're down a grand. No, we draw the line in the sand right here. We do what we must to ensure success, which for me will be reducing size, waiting for that dip to bottom out before I start buying, and just taking it easy, taking it slow. Look for that longer hold time if I'm in properly. If not, we just try to get out flat. But I don't want to be, at the same time, I don't want to be too jumpy in the trades, right? So we got to find that balance, and we will. I think we will. I don't think I should have a problem doing this. Like I said, discipline is just what I have to do. I'm no stranger to discipline. But sometimes, today was a day of stubbornness for me. Today was a day where it's like, okay, yeah, we had some red days, so what? I am not going to be red this many times in a row. What are the odds? But the market humbles you. It's pretty humbling to, all right, okay. So even for myself, I need that check. I need the market to kind of check me and remind me that I'm not bigger than the market, because it's easy to get carried away, and it's like, you need to be confident, but you can't be overconfident and become arrogant and become foolish, because that's what today was all about. Like me just not caring. Well, let's not say not caring, but disregarding the adjustment I already made yesterday to still, still go at it, like still try to go hard. But sometimes you need to just surrender and just read the market, which is this open book telling us what to and what not to do. If the market says 2 plus 2 and go up to 4, that's what I want to do. But if the market is saying minus 2, and I'm still trying to go up in the positive for 4, no. Take it slow. Go down there to -4, which might mean less profits, let's say just a $200 day, instead of being very aggressive and trying to, aim for the stars and being ultra aggressive. Like, the time will come when I can take these same dip trades and see decent sized winners. Like, that time will come. Right now is not that time. So just be, that's what the market is literally saying. And so we will adjust. We've made 15 grand on the month and lost 14,000. This is absolutely miserable. We need to be at 15 grand and only lost 5K, and be up 10 grand on the month, and it's a solid month, right? So we got to make the adjustments whilst the going is good, whilst we're still green. But yeah, guys, it's been Relentless Trader. It's been a longer recap, I think. There's been some background noise, but you guys know me. I'll still post it. I'm not going to redo this. I think that'll be madness to sit here another 20 minutes. So hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. It's life. This is all life, right? This is a test of life, a test of character, And so let's just make sure that we prove to ourselves that we're worthy, that we're capable. This is an extraordinary field, and it requires an extraordinary level of attention, and it is pretty delicate at the same time. And so let's do what we must to ensure success. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Relentless Trader. I am, of course, signing out.